tuning in. I'm Ann Powell with the WJTS News. Some Huntingburg residents are under a boil advisory until further notice. This advisory affects those who live on 5th Street between US 231 and Geiger Streets. For now, customers are asked to boil water vigorously for at least 3 minutes before using. Avoid using ice from the household ice maker. Disinfect dishes and other food surface with contact with clean tap water and 1 teaspoon of unscented household bleach per gallon of water for at least 1 minute, and let the water cool before drinking. Discolored water is also possible. Because of this, customers are advised to use caution when doing laundry and are asked to flush out the cold water lines before doing a load of laundry. Water for hand washing and bathing does not generally require to be boiled. For more information, you can contact City of Huntingburg Director of Community Development, Rachel Steckler, at 812-683-2211. A testing site in DuBois County is shutting down. Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center officials decided to close their COVID-19 drive-through testing site at the corner of 3rd Avenue and Rumbach Streets in Jasper due to the decline in testing demand. The site closed at the end of the business day on Friday. Symptomatic individuals are still encouraged to contact their primary healthcare provider or can go to Urgent Care Center at 19th Street in Huntingburg. The center is open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. Residents can also get tested at the Memorial Hospital Emergency Department, the Indiana State Department of Health testing site at 400 Clay Street in Jasper, or at CVS Pharmacy. More information about these testing options is posted on our television website, WJTS.tv. State and local governments in Indiana will soon be prohibited from issuing or requiring COVID-19 vaccine passports. The Republican-dominated House and Senate voted to approve a wide-ranging bill that included the ban on Thursday. Vaccine passports in use or in development in other countries are typically cell phone app with a code that verifies if someone has been vaccinated for COVID-19. The bill doesn't place any limits on private businesses. It also allows government agencies to continue keeping immunization records for public health ministers. The bill now goes to Governor Eric Holcomb for further consideration. Indiana lawmakers are set to give a final approval to a 2-year $37 billion state budget as they wrap up this year's regular legislative session. The Republican-written budget plan voted on Thursday highlights an overall school funding increase of about 4.5% over the next 2 years and also expands the state's private school voucher program. The budget also includes money for numerous economic grant programs and construction projects. Pregnant women in Indiana can request lighter duty when they are with child, but businesses in the state are not going to be required to offer it. Governor Eric Holcomb signed a law this week that allows pregnant women to ask for more breaks or special considerations on the job. Advocates originally wanted a state mandate for pregnant women, but business groups said a voluntary program would work better. Evansville is going to spend nearly $400,000 to study violent crime in the city. The city's Board of Public Works approved the study on Thursday. The National Network for Safety Communities will lead the study. Evansville says it wants to get a better understanding of street gangs and violence in the city. If you picked up your children from the Jasper High School on Thursday, you might have noticed a fire truck and other first responders, but don't worry, it was just a drill. State police, the Jasper Police and Fire Departments, EMS, dispatchers, and hospital officials took part in a special training exercise to prepare them for the unthinkable, a school bus rollover accident. Retired Southeast DuBois County School Superintendent and former Indiana State School Bus Committee member Richard Allen led the exercise and explains why training exercises like this are so important.
And it was a nice time to sit down and go through an exercise where we have a bus incident and see how everyone's going to react to that. Training's always good, planning's always good, and in this county we really do a good job of that.
Allen says 2 Jasper Elementary School students also volunteered to appear injured to make it feel more real life for the first responders.
And we had the firefighters actually put them on a backboard with a cervical collar and extricate them out of a school bus. So that was good training tonight. They got to see it's pretty cramped space to move in and out. So if you can picture, and that was the bus in the upright position, picture the bus on its side. You know, that's the worst case scenario. When someone drives up to a school bus accident and the bus is on its side, that's a problem. If the bus is up on all four wheels, it's not a problem. We'll have very little injury, very little issues.
The training also helped first responders get more familiar with the equipment.
And we talked to them about our padded seats, the number of seats on a bus, the cost of a school bus, the rules for equipment on a school bus. The State School Bus Committee in the state of Indiana dictates all the equipment that goes on a school bus. And so we shared that with them to where they can get familiar with the equipment.
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, school buses are one of the safest ways to travel. Alan explains why.
Now, part of that is because we only operate a school bus 180 days, hour and a half in the morning, hour and a half in the afternoon. So it's not like we're on the roads all the time, but more and more. There's school in the summer. There's activities in the evening. We have to haul kids to and from baseball games, softball games, extracurricular events. So it's important that our community know that we do plan and we do train for these situations.
Alan says he's traveled to various school districts around the county to train school officials and first responders for school bus accidents. His next stop will be in Ireland. The website for making camping reservations at DNR Properties has a new look and features to make your booking for your next getaway even easier. The site now offers more options to search for camping cabins or day-use park facilities. You can also filter your search results and look at park activities, specific site types, accessibility needs, and your desired data range. To book your next trip, you can head to camp.in.gov. And stay tuned to weekly forecasts and sports with Kirk Gooksell are still to come on the WJTS News.